Garner and I were just talking about some funny stuff off camera. We can't share it with you, but it was good quality. Okay, Saturday. So this is our Zoom class. So our 7:30 class. Make sure you get involved with this as well. It's a good opportunity to feel like you actually get some time with your coaches, plus also your other members as well. So 7:30, just pop your spot in through your Zen Planner app the night before, and you'll be watching this Friday night, so you don't have too many questions on the Saturday morning. So come prepared well, and then we'll get through a nice fun session. Okay, so part one, part two. Part one is complete for time, so it's 24-minute time cap. You've got a descending ladder, 25, 20, 15, 10 and 5. Double unders or some jump taps, and we'll look at those in the movement. Brief, kettlebell dumbbell swings, more double unders, overhead dumbbell or a plate lunge, depending on what you've got, some double unders and then some target burpees. So starting with 25s of each, 20s, 15 to 10 and 5. So before you start counting in your head, it's 75 reps for each one as you go through. I guess scaling to this one would be rather important, as we've got these double unders thrown in here as well. If you're doing single skips, for example, it would just be double the reps instead of the double unders. If you don't kind of have the 25s and the 20s of your double unders, you can maybe reduce those slightly, but it is a 24-minute cap, and we feel like you've got plenty of time to get this done, so maybe just try and persevere, but we'll be there with you so we can give you some assistance there. So yeah, 20 of each, 15, 10, and then finishing with 5 target burpees at the very end. So yeah, getting the high reps out of the way first, which from a programming point of view is us being nice and kind to you rather than going the other way around. But as I said, we'll talk to you on Saturday morning about this anyway. Once you've done that one, then we do a little finisher as a group, so every 3 minutes for 3 rounds. 16 and 20 sit-ups, 16 and 20 Russian twists, and then 16 and 20 Supermans there as well. But as we said, we'll roll through this as a group. We'll do 3 rounds of that, just starting every 3 minutes. So first portion, second portion. If you're not able to jump in on the class, just shoot us through any questions you may have, any scaling. But yeah, Saturday morning class is a good fun one. So we want to have a nice big class and get that sort of community feeling back within the group, as that's a little bit lacking with obviously the current climate we've got at the moment, but we're getting there. Awesome, let's have a look at the movements through these two. Okay, so let's look at these movements. So this first one for time is 24-minute time cap, 25, 20, 15, 10 and 5. So double unders or some jump taps, depending on what you got there. As we said, you can use your double unders as a single under and you just double the reps there. So 25 of those. You've also got your kettlebell / dumbbell swing. So where you got a kettlebell at home, chances are you've probably only got one or the other. You can use a dumbbell for this as well. So for your kettlebell swing, we're going for like a full overhead swing, so it'd be 25. Good, let's just look at that overhead position too. Good. Now obviously if you're going to be using dumbbell, it's going to feel different than a kettlebell. Please don't get used to it because you'll be using kettlebells nearly every day when you get back. So yeah, 25 of those. If you've got a kettlebell, obviously use that. If you need to go with a Russian swing, which would just be to eye height, you can scale that if needed, if you've got some overhead issues. 3 double unders again, and then an overhead dumbbell or a plate lunge. Beautiful. So 25, so just going to be alternating legs. Switch arms halfway. That's the way. At 12.5. Yeah. It might muck with some of your heads, but you don't worry, you'll sleep just fine. Once you've done your plate lunge, double unders, and then you got your target burpee. So we did these last week. So with your target burpee, we're trying to find something that's slightly out of reach that would make you jump a little bit higher than your normal burpee. Obviously at the gym we'd use our pull-up bar or maybe some rings or so. You might have the ceiling of where you're doing your workout from. If you don't have something to actually tap, you'd just be looking to have just a slightly bigger jump than normal. So we're just trying to use a bit more of that explosiveness out of that burpee into your jump. So your target burpees. Once you've done 25 of everything, it's 20 of everything, and then 15, and then 10 and 5. So working your way down through that ladder. But yeah, we'll be doing this with you on the Saturday morning in our Zoom class anyway. Okay, once we've been through that, we're going to do a little finisher as a group. So again, if you can't obviously join us for the Zoom class, you'll be doing this solo. So every 3 minutes for 3 rounds, the clock will start and you do 16 to 20 sit-ups. Good, so reaching through. Good. So that rep range there is just for you to scale if needed. Obviously try and aim for 20, but if you need to reduce, just reduce down to 16. If you need to scale further, please do. You'll soon know after your first round. And then 16 and 20 Russian twists. So again, a rep is once you've tapped each side. Good. Good. So 16 and 20 of those. So for you mathematicians, it's 32 through to 40 for those reps. And then 16 and 20 Supermans. Superwoman. Garling's a bit superwoman-like. Good. So just that very brief hold at the top there. Squeeze in the glutes. Good. And a lot of this is like the posterior chain, so down through a back, glutes and hammies and all the rest. But still keep those quads nice and tight as well. That keeps those legs relatively straight also. Good. So it's just all about engaging as many muscles through there as you can. You'll rest until the 3 minute mark and you do a second round. Rest until the 6th and then do your third and final round. So yeah, your descending ladder for your first bit and then your bit of core and abdominal work to finish with there as well. But yeah, as I said, make sure you get your spot in for 7:30 tomorrow.